Hi everyone, this is Ramblingruby. Okay, I just got back from Walmart and Home Depot. And what do I find in my kitchen but a frog? Frogs love me for some reason. I'm afraid it's my prince, so I'm afraid to kill it. But I tried to catch it. It's a tree frog. I don't know if anyone knows the difference, but tree frogs can fly. They fly from one wall to the other. So trying to catch them is like a nightmare. So I didn't get it. It ran behind a fish tank that's sitting in the corner. Unused fish tank. It belonged to my daughter that I've never gotten rid of. But anyway, it's behind there and I can't get it out. I tore my kitchen pretty much up trying to catch it. But no, they're very hard to catch. My daughter one time was sleeping and there was one in the house, and she went to bed and she said first she thought it was her wet hair. She must have just took a shower or something, went right on her tummy. And she jumped up and turned on the light and there was a frog. And of course she caught it and took it outside. The only reason she caught it, it was so worn out from no food or water, it was probably mostly dead. So that's what I'm afraid is going to happen to this. It gets behind something and that's where I'll find it 6 months later. Anyway, I tried to get it outside. Anyway, so today I want to talk about my diet, since if you've saw one of my previous videos where the doctor made me sign a contract with him saying I would lose 20 pounds until the next time I see him, which is supposed to be in November, which I doubt I'll be there in November. But anyway, so I thought I would go on a modified keto diet. The reason I thought about the keto diet, my son, he didn't call it the keto diet. He just said, I'm eating just meat and vegetables. And I said, that's a keto diet. And he said, yeah, I know. But I don't know if he knew or not. But anyway, he's lost so much weight, his ex-wife told him he was too skinny. So if your ex-wife says something, I don't know if she meant it in a good way or a bad way, but anyway, he's lost a lot of weight. He's 6 foot tall, and I bet he weighs between 170 and 180. If it's that much, I don't know. I haven't seen him in a year, so. When he wasn't fat then, so I don't know. But he is a diabetic too, so maybe this will help with his diabetes. Anyway, so I thought I would go on a modified keto diet. And modified means I'll go sort of keto, but I'm still going to drink my beer and wine. So we'll see how that goes. I think I've already lost some weight since I left the doctor's office. Or his scales is wrong, and I think his scales are always wrong. He's got those standing up scales where you have to balance the thing, you know. But every time I go there, I weigh more than I do when I get on my own scales at home. So I really can't go with my scales, I guess. So I'll have to lose some weight. I really need to lose some weight too. I don't have any real health issues. I don't have a high blood pressure or diabetes. My sugar was high, a little bit high when I went to the doctor though. But my main problem also is not drinking any water. I hardly ever drink water. All I drink is Diet Coke. And I saw on Bob Wells, one of his videos where he drinks Diet Pepsi, and he don't drink any water either. When I drink water is when I'm around my sisters, because they'll drink some water. Because I was in renal failure one time, and I don't know if it was because I wasn't drinking any water. I was dehydrated, very dehydrated. This is when I was in Arizona, and when I left there, I was very sick. I was driving home, and I was so sick. I didn't think I would drive 4 or 5 hours at a time, and then I would have to stop. And I wasn't in a camper then. I have to stay in a motel or hotel, whatever. But I could only drive 4 or 5 hours at a time. It took me like a week to get home. And I didn't eat anything the whole way. I couldn't drink anything or eat anything. I was so sick to my stomach. And I think it's because my creatinine BUN, which is your signs of your kidneys, was so high. I was sick. My body was toxic at that point. So by the time I couldn't go to one of those urgent cares because I had the dog with me. And I couldn't take her in, of course, and I couldn't leave her in the car. It was too hot. And so I kept coming till I got home. And as soon as I got home, I brought Zoe in the house. Literally, brought her in the house, put her in the house, walked back out, got in my car, and I still had a U-Haul attached to it, and went to the hospital. And I thought they'd just give me some fluids and let me go. But no. The doctor that I have now, that is my regular doctor, is a nephrologist. So instead of having 2 or 3 different doctors, I just thought I'd make him my family doctor. So he is a nephrologist. And no, he came in and he said they were going to keep me. I was there for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And I had to call my friend Tina across the street and asked her to come over and get Zoe. So she came and got Zoe, and Zoe stayed with her that time. I think they bring her back a few times. They brought her back in the daytime and left her here when they were at work. But then Dave said she would be so upset when he brought her back that he just got her cage and took her over there. They keep their dogs in a cage in the daytime while they were gone, so they kept Zoe in a cage. And obviously she lived. She has never been in a cage. So anyway. So now I've made my contract with the doctor. I am going to try to lose some weight before November. So since talking to my son and him telling me that he'd lost a lot of weight, he said it was just dropping off. Who wouldn't love to hear that? The weight's just dropping off. And he still drinks beer and stuff. So I thought I'd modify my keto diet and keep drinking my wine. I don't drink that much beer and wine anyway, but I thought I could still have my beer and wine. And I read up on it on the internet, and they did say you can, but hit maybe 2 beers a day. And that's about all beer I ever drink when I drink is 2 beers. But wine, I would guess the wine part is the sugar that's in it. But I drink very dry wine, so I don't know. I think it's dry, pretty dry. But I still have to have my glass of wine every once in a while. So that will be my carbs, I guess. I'll cut out most of it, the carbs. And I'm going transitioning this slowly. A lot of the transition might not be that hard because when I was out west in my camper, I really couldn't cook a lot of carbohydrates. So I would do stir frying and things like that was easy to fix. So today when I went to grocery, I got vegetables, chicken, beef, and fish. So that is going to be my diet for a while. And then the problem is when I go up north, we go out to eat all the time. So I will just have to rely on willpower not to eat some things but usually mine is mashed potatoes, lasagna, spaghetti, stuff like that I eat that's carbs. I don't eat a lot of sweet stuff except for breakfast. I have my sliced Pepper Ridge Farm French toast bread with peanut butter on it. That's what I've been eating for breakfast. I know that's not exactly a nutritious breakfast. I mean, it is peanut butter though. But to me, getting up and fixing eggs and anything like that's out of the question. I won't do that. I can boil some eggs. I'll boil some eggs. I can do that and have them for breakfast. Like boil them ahead of time. I can eat some eggs. I didn't get any today. I forgot about that, but I do have a few in the refrigerator. But I can boil some eggs and have that. The keto diet basically is fats, and vegetables. You can have all the fats you want, really, and you're supposed to add fats to that. So it's got the garbage bag to get out of there. So every time we come in this room, I usually keep the doors closed. She gets in that garbage bag. You'd think I'd take it out, but there's only a few things in it. And it's just pens and stuff like that, nothing that would rot or anything. You know, paper and pens and stuff. But anyway, the keto diet is basically a lot of fat, which most of the time your diet consists of no fat. Don't eat fat. Anyway, the premise is that if you don't eat any carbohydrates, your fat will start burning. Because the carbohydrates is sugar, and sugar burns first. So if there's no sugar there, or carbohydrates, then the fat has to burn. So we will see about that. So I love carbohydrates though. I love mashed potatoes, baked potatoes, lasagna, spaghetti. I love all that stuff. But I think I can do without it. I can train myself to do without it, I guess. Anyway, that is my modified keto diet that I'm going to try, and I'll keep you updated on how it goes. Like I said, if I can lay off of mashed potatoes and lasagna and pasta and that stuff and bread, I might lose that much weight by November. That's like 6 months, so I'll definitely have to. This is a long-term thing, so we'll see. Like I said, I'll keep you all posted. Thanks for watching my videos, and please subscribe if you want to. I would really appreciate it. And I'll talk to you all later. Bye-bye.